Please just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Thank you very much.
Due to the difficulties involved in putting together any production in Nigeria, particularly theatre, which is still struggling to reinvent itself and reintroduce itself to Nigeria after a lull, we haven't been able to put together as many shows as we would have liked. Theatre, by its very nature, thrives and benefits from extended production runs, but this is still not possible in Nigeria. So what we've had is you'll have 3 productions of Oluronbi this month. We'll come back a few months later, do a second production. And we've increased the number of productions so far, but if we had the opportunity of having one extended run, let's say for a couple of months, every weekend, then we'll have kept the same standards of excellence throughout, and we'll have done all the experimenting that's taken us 3 different adult runs to do in one run.
Went back to the script, went back to some earlier drafts and put back in, because the fear had been that it was too long. So scenes were dropped to try to make it shorter and we don't lose your audience. But I said, no, look, if your drama is strong, your music is fantastic, your costumes, your scenery is, your audience will sit through it because they will not realize that time is passing. So don't lose out on your drama because you're trying to make it shorter. So we went back to it for the second time around, put more scenes, some of the scenes that had been dropped, we put it back in because they helped to center the drama a little bit more. So they got put back in, right? So that was for the second one. So when we wanted to come back to the third one again, because something else that we always do, we try to get feedback from our audience. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What didn't you understand? What do you think we could have done to make it even more engaging? And from those feedbacks that we get from the audience, from feedback that even the producer, who it's his baby, you know, would see from, even from us directors as well, because sometimes when you've done it for so long, you know, you worked on this for like 2 months, you get blinkered. So like after the show, you can actually sit back, you know, and look at it objectively and say, okay, you know what, if we had this extra bit, you know, it will add to it, it will enhance it. If we did this, it could enhance it.
It's been a long one, a long journey, but a rather interesting one because it's a rather ambitious project, and we've had to work from scratch. But you can actually, it's been a fulfilling one because today you can look back and actually see how much we've grown as an ensemble and how much the production itself has evolved, you know, striving for perfection. So it's been very long, sometimes tiring, but very fulfilling.
My name is Sheon Kentebe, and I'm playing a character named Arakunri. Well, it's been a tremendous journey, especially with the upgrade, which was unprecedented. When we were called back, I just thought, okay, we're going to reprise our initial roles until we, ended up doing a re-auditioning. And then, I got called, and I was like, okay, you're going to play this part. And I thought we were just joking, really, till I saw it in the contract and all that. And it's been nice, the exposure, the experience, the directorial approaches. You know, it's like reading a book over and over again and seeing new things. You know, there's that progression, and you know, it's something, it's wholesome. It's a lovely experience, and it's something it's great being a part of.
My name is Falakemi Kalejaye, stage name Mist, M-Y-S-T. I am playing Tokwe, one of the chipmunks, as they are called, the best friends and minders of the Princess Abike, daughter of Oluronbi.
And I am Odunsi Oluwatomisin. My stage name is Tommy. And I'm playing Okwe. Okwe is the oldest of all
The chipmunks.
Well, it has been fun all the way, and we've had a lot of challenges, but you know, it has worked out for our good. But then this is different because I'm playing a different role. Well, I was Shokwe, the youngest and the silliest among the chipmunks.
The last time, yes.
Last time, those times I played. But now I'm playing Okwe, the oldest, so it was a bit challenging, but now I'm fully in my character and I'm staying there.
Yeah, it shows maturity now. She's grown with the project, yes. It's been good.
If you pass sick with Toripa, their food can make you shiver. Have you eaten their cow's egg?
All this one is not my business.
When you reach sick with Toripa, they can no go across. Drop something for a game, but otherwise you quit lost.
At the other side of the river,
Look around for the nearest tree. Then halfway to the top.
Yeah, it's been splendid, as a matter of fact. Quite frankly, you know, it's different when you're working with experienced artists. But in a situation whereby you're working with greenhorns, let me put it that way, they're just coming on. You have to exercise enough patience. Well, fine. We have the kind of director who is understanding, the kind of director who really understands the kind of cast he's working with, that they are just coming up. And he has that patience to work with them. And frankly speaking, right from the start of the rehearsals into the production, it was, let me say, splendid and enjoyable.
Okay, my name's Sean Amadi. I'm the Wafi Suto.
Yeah, my name is Shegun Dada Jago, and I'm playing the Warrior Suto.
Ajibadegbe Emmanuel, and I'm playing the Hausa Suto, Mama Issues.
Well, basically, from my perspective, I think that it's been progressively positive. It's been fantastic because from the first show to my second and third, there has been progression. From an actor's perspective, I would say that it has been more challenging because basically the audience wants more. When they see the first one, they want more from the next one. When they see the next one, they want more from the next one. So it becomes more challenging and more tasking for you.
I am Kemi Lala Akintoju. Everybody calls me Lala. I'm playing Olori 3, the youngest, most jealous wife of the Idiroko. Yeah, that's me.
I'm Chiquita Ezenwa, and I'm playing Abike, the one everyone is here to see, and, you know, the famous daughter of the famous Oluronbi. Well, I actually joined the cast of Oluronbi in the first show. We were the original cast members here, and I did the first Oluronbi, I did the second Oluronbi, and I'm back here again.
She says, just take me as I am. We should find harmony. We should find a man for war. His daily task shall be to please. Abike, what my will do is what. Abike, take care. What husband will put up to Abike,
Up-and-coming singers like Tommy, Mist, I always forget this a little bit. We had Mo Cheddar, but she's unfortunately not with us. And we had Iwetiola Doll as part of the crew, and Bimbo Manuel, and Lawrence Mifakoli and Albaba Manuel, who are well-known names to the TV and music industries. But we also brought in less mainstream-friendly, but industry-respected artists like Esther Isong, Dakwa Mide, the music designer, and in merging that, we merged both of them together, and we got, I think, the best of both worlds. We have the flamboyance, the spectacle of the first show, And we have the drama and the cultural richness of the second show. We also have a choir this time, and we have a soundtrack which we've also introduced with this show, a soundtrack of all the songs that have been done with Oluronbi. So in a sense, this has been the show evolves and we get closer and closer to what we envision for Oluronbi. And I think this, in terms of the concept, is as close to the idea, the ultimate destination for Oluronbi as possible. But that'll be for the audience to decide.
Bimbo Manuel. I'm the director of Oluronbi. I've been fortunate to be on this project as director because I've had to take over from the lead director, Oluronbi Manuel, who's had to relocate to Europe and onwards to Canada. We've come this far. We've done a couple of months of rehearsals, reading, and going through the breaking downs, and we've built it up to this point. We're just a couple of weeks away from showtime. We're all holding our breath.
Even before Abike, you have a king for a father, a loving mother, men lining up to marry you. What more do you want? You cannot fetch all the water from the well with one pot. It will not hold. Save some things for your next lifetime.
But it doesn't feel right.
At least you get to choose. What if your father was the one in the position for supplicants? The one looking for a powerful ally?
There's an abundance of creative energy out there in young, undiscovered people. It's always a joy to come into contact with them. They challenge you, they keep you on your feet. They remind you that you cannot take, your craft for granted, because there are 1,001 people just waiting on the wings to step into your shoes. So it's been rather interesting. This particular group has been very quick to learn, very adaptable, not afraid to do new things and try bigger challenges. So it's been a very refreshing experience, and I look forward to working with a few more of them on some other projects in the future.
I think the challenge with everybody, especially, would be working in a large cast production. The fact that you need to work with 70 people plus, and everybody is very important. So, and because it's not camera, it's not television, rehearsals are very important, and everybody being present is very important. So, human factors and all these things, are difficulties that we've had to work through the process of production. So that has been my biggest challenge, working with everybody. But then again, it's beautiful because it helps emphasize how important everybody is.
When I realized I had to leave, and I'm like, before that, because we were supposed to have been doing another play with Bimbo acting. And then this came up that, they wanted us to do Oluronbi, so we had to scrap that one. And I'm like, I can't do this by myself because, one, I'm not going to be around. I was actually supposed to leave at the end of our last production. We had timed it like that. So when this came up, I was like, there's no way. So I'm like, okay, I need to get other directors in that I could trust. Now, Bimbo's pedigree goes back a long way, even though he's more known as an actor. But I also had heard of him also as a director. And I've worked with him before as an actor when we did Shylock, and I know how thoroughly he takes his acting. There isn't any detail that is too minute to escape his eagle eye as an actor. So in conversation when we were talking, and we both realized that we were both trained by the same director, Olarotimi. You know, and so I just said to Hannah, okay, Hannah, if he's an Oluronbi protege, just as like I am, I have full confidence that he is going to, you know, do it the way I would, because we've both been trained with the same style. So you're not going to have a clash of different, because every director has their own style.
I don't know why she's always sneaking out. I wonder. Do you know what this reminds me of? What? I know. What? When she first came. Exactly. Our wife. 17, 18, 19, 17, 18, 19. What's your money?
There's a scene in theatre, the director is never absent, it's just not physically present. Aoba actually brought in Bimbo Manuel and Oluronbi Fakunle. They're all equal directors, but Aoba had the most knowledge of the show because she'd been with us on the previous Oluronbi in December. And she had been brought in at that time to back up the original creative director, Victor Ogochukwu, who unfortunately cannot be with us because of other commitments. So, in a sense, Aoba provided the continuity we needed for the show. And Bimbo, well, Bimbo is a director. If people don't know this, but Bimbo started as a director and a presenter before he moved into acting on shows like Tinsel and Checkmate and Ripples. And she'd worked with Bimbo previously, and she knew him, and she asked him if he would be interested. He came by, we had a very short meeting, and he jumped at it. And so I think he's done a very good job of merging with Aoba's ideas, and also our third director, Oluronbi Fakunle. And with the three of them again, they've handled different bits. Aoba handled the initial putting the show together because she only had a short period of time. Bimbo basically was in essence, was the spine upon which the show has been built, because he served as Aoba's representative, and then Fakunle carried it out. So this disproves the allegation that too many cooks spoil the broth. I think many hands make great work.
He switched on me. My director, Bimbo Manuel, switched on me. He became a monster. Incidentally, I've had a crush on him forever, from his days since Checkmates, and I had always wanted to work with him as an actor. And I've had that opportunity in the recent past, and it's been interesting. I had never, in fact, I didn't know he was a director. I didn't know he had that ability till Oluronbi. And he switched on me. But having said that, he's a very detailed director. And because he's such a brilliant actor, he helps you. He's more than technical. He can tell you the emotional feel of any given scene. So it's enriched me as an actor. He's given me sleepless nights as a boss. But I think I've grown for the experience.
Ooh. I've worked with him as an actor before now. It's my first time working with him as a director, and I must say it was a totally different ball game. I saw a very new man. I saw somebody who would dig into the actor to get something that even you didn't know was there. And most especially, I like his method of communication. Lots of directors may be rash or harsh. You know, he has this thing of relating with you like your colleagues, and he gets that way, he sees your point and he gets the best out of you, and you know, it's like you're reasoning together. And it's been a very, very, very enlightening experience working with him.
I was not a part of the first two productions of Oluronbi, and I didn't see them in performance, but fortunately the producer had each one of them recorded on television for video, and I've watched it over and over again. I think in the first place we need to acknowledge the excellent job that was done on both productions by the directors. The first director, I guess, was Victor Eze with Awoba. The second one was the same team as well, and it was extremely difficult to begin to introduce new things in the first place because the job they did, starting from zero on the ground floor on this kind of project. So you see the color, you see the size, the art of what they presented that I saw on video. I just kept playing it back in my head since I first saw it, how grand it must have looked on stage. So that's where the challenge started from. What to do to begin to take Oluronbi as a project, as a musical, as a dance piece to another level. Because that was the mandate, the first place that we got from the producer of the show, Ikane Ahiwe.
I can't believe it's already time for her to marry. They grow up so fast, don't they?
The challenges are more because unlike TV where everything you do is just around here, but for stage it's your full body. Every business you do, you have to convey whatever message you're trying to pass across to the last person on the last seat at the extreme end.
Then again,
without shouting, without exaggerating.
It's reloaded. I call it Oluronbi, the reloaded version. There's more music, there's more dance, there's more color, there's more variety. The actors and the singers and the dancers, everybody on this team has been carefully selected. So it's Oluronbi like never before. That's minus the fact that it's live. So each live performance is never like the last one anyway. So, and then it's coming at the independence period of Nigeria. So we're very conscious of this season, conscious of the time, and it's Oluronbi like never before.
All the Oluronbis that we've had in the past, well, I can say they are not as filled up as this. When you talk about total theater, you have everything in these.
You know, if you asked me this a year ago, I'd have said, I don't know. But again, in a year, in effect, we've had one Oluronbi every quarter. And as long as people want to see it, you'll get it. It will be different next time around because it's always different. We always tweak it. But there'll always be an Oluronbi as long as I'm alive. As long as it's an Aboriginal productions, there'll be an Oluronbi. But the people have to speak and spread the word. We will only do what people want us to see. If they want another one, we'll give it to them.